starts. This is a 4G cell phone tower here, and as you can see, it's AT&T. My friend over here has a problem with her internet. She's not getting proper speeds with the wireless connection. So today I'm going to show you how to actually make a better internet connection for yourself. You're watching Follow the Tech. Okay, now we're looking here at what comes down off of our internet from Nomad. It's from the internet tower that they have. We're going to switch on over here in a little bit and show you why this is going on. But first, you're going to be seeing here what the internet is like with AT&T from her house. And as you can see, it's actually coming down very well. It's coming down 21, 22 almost. And it shows the difference between the Wi-Fi internet that she has and what she's got going on. Now, she's broadcasting a lot of stuff on the internet. So right now, you can see that actually the Facebook Live that she's doing is actually going to be greater now because her upspeed is very fantastic. So what we're going to do next is we're going to probably actually wait here for a second. We're going to wait here for a little bit. And now we're going to move on over here to what is her network. So we're going to disconnect and connect to her network. And her network is a Wi-Fi internet that's actually coming from a tower that's about 3 miles away. And we're going to do a speed test on that to show you exactly what the difference between the two are. So we're going to click on go here in a second. And now we're going to do the speed test on that. Now the speed tests actually are going to come out horrible. Now it says AT&T Internet, but she's actually picking it up from a Wi-Fi tower. And her Wi-Fi tower is actually only bringing down about 4 to 5. Sometimes they'll peak up to 7, but it takes a lot to actually get up to 7. It's a very, very hard move. Then we're going to move up to our upload speed, and our upload speed is just horrendous. It's coming in at around 3. Now again, she's about the same distance from the cell phone tower to the Wi-Fi tower, which shows that there's a major difference between the two. Now you can see here on the screen that we're at the Nomad website, and Nomad is one of the first choices that I actually recommend for the internet. They have great plans. They have very good solid internet. What they promise is actually true. It really is unlimited internet. And it's one of the best that you can probably get around. We'll go over here to membership plans, because I know that's the first thing that all of you are thinking is, oh boy, how much is this going to cost me? Well, it's not going to be cheap. The very pink plan is going to be T-Mobile, and it starts out at $129 a month. And then of course you got to pay, of course, a one-time membership fee, which is going to be $149, or for their strong, usually Wi-Fi router at home, it's $199, as you can see right here. Then we're going to go down, and right now it looks like they're out of actually AT&T plans, which is not a good thing, because we've got the ability, I do, of having AT&T through Nomad. So Nomad is the one that I recommend. They have the ability of checking the availability if it's in your area. If you do get T-Mobile, they have great speeds if you have the ability of getting them. But it looks like they ran out of AT&T plans. It looks like that everybody actually ate them up. So we will go on to the next one. Now here's another one that actually we found that we've heard mixed reviews about, but it seems like that they're actually not too bad. it's infinite LTE data, infinite. I don't know how they pronounce it, but they do have actually some abilities of actually connecting you with decent plans. This one here seems to have an LTE data plan that is actually pretty reasonable. But it's actually the data for the $69.99 plan is only for pretty much just streaming video. It will not work with certain things. It will not work with certain stuff. They're out of their other 400 gigabyte data plan, and it looks like that they still have the $119.99 plan for 600 gigabytes per month. It's not unlimited. It's not going to actually work with anything like that, but they do have a plan that is 600 gigabytes. Now, here's the problem with them. They don't sell the device. They only sell the SIM card. They send you a SIM card, and then they give you 600 gigabytes a month. And then you have to buy the device itself, which would be like a MiFi or something along those lines. And you will have to actually give them the 15-digit IMEI number on the device for them to actually activate it to go with the SIM card. It's one way to go. It's $119.99 for this one. The AT&T one that actually we have on Nomad is $140 a month. And it's purely unlimited. So it's your choice between the two right now. But I've got more up my sleeve. Here we go again. Alright, this one is actually Orbit Wireless. And you can actually see here what type of plans that they have. Right here for new activation, they have a 400 gigabyte plan starting out at $109.95. A 600 gigabyte plan for $129.95, and then an 800 gigabyte plan for $149.95. Now, all of these are AT&T, and they actually offer the SIM card. Now, they have their devices that they're willing to accept. I'm assuming the way that they're talking, they're more of in the type of actually sending you the SIM card and not actually sending you the device. So, no devices involved. You'll actually have to buy your own device. First here they go through the Nighthawk, which is actually used by most of these internet providers who actually have SIM cards. They love these. They're unlocked. You can buy them on eBay or, of course, on Amazon. And they're easy to find. Again, so you can just see here, it's the Netgear Nighthawk M1 mobile hotspot 4G router. And that is just one connection that they have. But they have cheaper ones also available too that they're willing to work with. The Unite, which I have actually had very good success with in the past with. It worked fantastic. It had great bandwidth. It had the ability of actually really boosting up a great signal. And they also too had it has a really good strong bringing in the bars. Now mine is a Huawei, and it's a device that's actually about the size of a normal size router. But if for some reason it does not get the range that something like the Unite would get, the Unite actually will get about 2 to 3 bars here at my place. And with my Huawei router, I'm getting about 1 to 2. So you can see that there is an advantage with it. Plus, you can take it on the road with you. That's something that's always great. The Velocity is also another one that I had very good luck with. It's a device that actually really does have a good signal kick. It's probably better than even the second one here, excuse me, the Unite that I showed you. The Velocity actually would pick up 3 to 4 bars, because it just has such a strong antenna. It's something that actually you should think about. Now, if you want to really get fancy and you really want to put the money into it, this one right here, this MoFi, is actually quite expensive. And I'm going to click on this to show you on Amazon.com how expensive this thing is. You're going to click on the buying options. And doesn't look like they actually, oh, there it is. Oh, it's $683. So most people are not going to be actually doing that. Usually it runs, though, about $300 to $400, and it does not cost that type of money. And then, of course, from AT&T still has these. They still use them. They have a different name for it, but it's ZTE Home Wireless Wi-Fi 4G LTE. And usually this one actually even has on the back, it does have a corded phone antenna on it. Corded, excuse me, I'm sorry there. It has a corded home phone connection on the back of it. So it's a little bit different. You can actually use it for voicemail and things like that, three-way calling, all that other good stuff. So you can use it as a telephone line as well. You can buy these actually online, this one right here, actually relatively cheap. I've seen them as low as $60, $70. So that's something to actually think about if you're actually going to go with something with like Orbit. And then, of course, Netgear, the 4G LTE broadband modem, which is also used a lot in the industry. It's unlocked. Again, it's a nice little portable modem that you can take with you. This one I actually used to take with me when I would go down to travel to different places and different locations. I went to different cities across the entire United States. And I had my home phone. Actually, I would actually pack a home phone with me, and people would call me and go, well, you're home. And I'd go, yeah, I'm home, sure. And it was just another way that I could connect with people. So if you want the best of both worlds of connecting your phone and this together, this may be the way to go right here. Now here's another one called Netbuddy. And Netbuddy has supposedly a unlimited monthly Netbuddy service account for only $125 a month. It's on the first of every month, and they too seem like they only provide the SIM card. Now they have suggested SIM cards that actually you can buy from Walmart, Target, and things like that, and then you buy a prepaid card. You give them the actual number of what the card is, and then you go from there. And also, you will have to bring your own Wi-Fi router or other type of 4G router or USB Wi-Fi stick or something of these. This suggests that they are going to be working that way. They have a telephone number here on the front and an email address. Again, with all of these, I would suggest that you actually, see what type of customer service that they have. The one I like with Nomad is that their customer service is actually very, very robust. You get what you pay for. And some of these have some of the worst customer service that you'll ever see. I recommend that you actually do, before you move on to actually deciding which one of these you want to go with, that you actually decide, hey, let's do the research on this company. Let's make sure that they're actually rated well. Let's make sure that, they're actually, do your due diligence and actually get on Google and see what you can find out about these companies. Because some of them, they have really, really big tall tales of what they can offer you, but it's hard to find anything for 4G internet unlimited that's under $100 a month. However, don't you worry, I do have solutions coming up ahead. Okay, now we got UTC, which is another unlimited internet plan that's going on. And you can lease with their network their plans. Now, I do not know with the lease if it actually comes with the actual device or not. Now, a one-time charge for the modem is $149. It looks like. Then it's $89 a month, and then it's $238.99. That includes the plan for AT&T. They also have T-Mobile also on your left-hand side, you can see, and that's $79. Plus, again, the modem charge of $149, which gives you a first month bill of $228. Now, they both offer no data limit, no throttling, no contract, no credit check. Now, that's most of these plans of how they work. If you lease it, you're actually probably leasing their modem. So it looks like $99 does come with the modem and the service fee of $99, and then a $40 shipping activation fee. So your first month will be $139 for AT&T, and for T-Mobile it's $139 also too. Again, same difference, same everything. It looks like that you get the modem, you have no throttling, you have no contract, no credit check, blah blah blah. Now, the one thing that I find very reputable about this company that's very interesting is they're happy to put up their address, they're happy to put up their telephone number, and they're happy to put up their email address. They put up their business hours, and they even have a live support over here in the right hand corner. So that shows me that they're actually probably more reputable than some of these others that are out there. And for the price, it's worth something to take a shot on. I would say that, if you are in a rural area and you do get solid AT&T, or even if you do get T-Mobile service, I would say that this looks like a very good option. Again, like I just said before, do your due diligence and actually look up these plans, look up these companies, make sure that they're rated high, make sure that there's no problems. Customers are not complaining. Really do your due diligence before you sign up for one of these plans. $99 a month, and for the price, is actually a very good deal for getting unlimited 4G internet access. And you can stream with most of these type of plans. You can stream multiple TVs, tablets, and computers all at the same time, because the 4G internet is actually high enough to actually be able to carry all of the above. I know in my house, I actually have the ability of running 2 TVs, 3 TVs actually sometimes, all at the same time while being on the computer and surfing the web and doing the normal things that I would want to do. So it just depends on how fast your 4G is. One of the first things I want to definitely put forward is that you should take your cell phone out, and if you know you got good cell phone service at your house, you should be able to work with that. But let's say you don't have that. Let's say you don't know which one is really the best in your area. What are we going to do? Well, I got a solution for you. Here it comes. Okay, so now here's what I wanted to show you. It's cellmapper.net. And I'm actually looking at Chicago right now. And as you can see here, Chicago is filled with a ton of towers, which you should expect. You're going to have everything overlapped. Everything's going to be good. But let's move over, way over, way over. Okay, now we're near Des Moines and all that. Actually, I think that was the Quad Cities. We're going to just move over here. And let's say that we're out in the middle of nowhere. We are near Princeton, it looks like, Illinois. And so we live out in Princeton, Illinois, and we're saying to ourselves, oh my goodness, I've got to find an internet provider. So I'm going to click on this tower here and find out who actually owns it. And now I can see, let's say I live in this area, I can see where actually what's getting hit, who's actually hitting it, who it's from, what's going on. And since a lot of these are AT&T, I'm actually going to be able to decide, hey, who owns this tower? Who has this tower? Why is this tower so great and wonderful? And once I know that, I'm going to have the ability to actually then get into details and to find out why is this tower actually so great. Now, since a lot of these are AT&T mobile mobility towers, that's what I'm mainly looking for. So, and they got color coded. Let's say I live, let's try and find something over here. This little town that's just outside. There's Sandwich, Illinois. So let's click right here and let's see what's going on. Okay, so they're going to color code it and actually show you who's got what and where. And the blue you can see is actually probably going to be AT&T. Pink is going to be probably a little bit of T-Mobile and stuff like that. Some of this is going to be actually, then you're going to see just little dots on the screen and find out where you live. The great thing about this is that you can put your address in to this and actually look and see what am I getting. So we're going to go way up here and we're going to actually look and see, let's say you live in Morrison. I'm going to click on Morrison and I'm going to see if there's anything there that pops up. Well, nothing too much pops up. Now I'm going to see which way the tower direction goes. If I live in this area, right in here, I know I got some ability of actually getting a cell phone signal. So you're going to find out, actually, if you're changing plans or you're deciding that nothing is working for me, I've got to come up with something new and try to find out what's going to be working on my network. This is a great way of doing it. Here's Lincoln, Illinois. We're going to click on that and we're going to see, hey, there we go, Lincoln, Illinois. And we're going to see where that tower is pointed and how it's actually broadcasting out. Now here's Champaign-Urbana. And Champaign-Urbana is going to be just also filled too. It's a college town, home of the U of I, Champaign is. So you're going to have a bunch of cell phone antennas right there that are going to be just blasting out signals left and right. But the further I get away from, let's say, Champaign, here's a little town down here called Tuscola. I'm going to click on that. Now I'm going to see, okay, I got wide range right there. And it looks like I got Verizon picking me up, but I got some overlapping. And when I got overlapping, that's a great thing. Now I see from down here, oh, AT&T. AT&T goes way up with boosters and everything. It goes way up here, and it actually gets close to the interstate. So the moral of the story is that if you need to know for sure if you are truly going to get connected and where the cell phone towers are and how they're broadcasting and everything else, you can use T-Mobile maps. You can go to AT&T and you can go to even Verizon. They're on it too. You can go to their map websites and enter in your address also as well. But this is actually more precise of actually finding out where these antennas are actually pointed, how they're working, what they're doing. And it gives you just a generalization of this large space here that's being really covered by AT&T. It's a way of actually making sure, hey, am I going to be able to get cell phone signal for sure? Am I going to get a strong cell phone signal? The other websites are going to be pretty generic about their actually signals. So this is one way of actually determining, do I live in the path of the signal? And if I do, I know how and where to aim. If I have an external antenna to one of my devices, I can actually aim it to this antenna spot down here. So if I live up here, I can aim it then south, and then I'll be able to hit that antenna. So it will help you actually positioning the device in the house. It'll, if you have an external antenna, which we will cover in a later episode, we'll show you what type of external antennas there are. I do have an external antenna. It works fantastic. And I do point it at my cell phone tower, which probably gives me that second bar sometimes on my one device. I would recommend one thing, that if somebody sends you a hallway device like I got, try to buy another one. I have the option to buy another one. I will be here soon. When I do it, I will be doing an episode is specifically on the device that I picked and the reason why I picked it. And then I'll show you the difference in bars that I'm getting. A solid bar, it may not raise your internet. Maybe the some of these MNOs, which are selling these unlimited internet plans, they may have a capped at like 20 or 30 for certain towers. But if you got a strong signal, though, you know that during a snowstorm, a rainstorm, desert winds, whatever, wherever you live, that you're going to still have a solid signal. And that's what it all comes down to. A lot of people are having drop signals in some of these zones. And the reason they're doing it is because they haven't done the research on websites like this. So I recommend cellphonemapper.net up here, cellphonemapper.net, before you actually choose any of these plans to see and make sure. You will be surprised sometimes. I go drive down the road and T-Mobile becomes the #1 internet provider, which is strange, but they are expanding their network. But in my neighborhood where I live, I found out AT&T is actually the best of the best that I can get. Verizon drops because of certain trees and certain things in the way from where their tower is. So I use cellphonemapper.net to see exactly who and what is in the way. And then I looked outside and I saw all my trees and stuff and said, okay, AT&T is going to be better because AT&T is not being blocked by all of these trees and all these different things of nature. That is what you need. Now, we will be working on other type of videos here in the future. There are cell phone hijacks that you can do that is not technically ethical. It's only for educational purposes that I'm recommending these. I do not promote any type of shenanigans or illegal terms of service. But there are actually some programs out there too that will turn a regular cell phone and it will turn off the tethering feature and it will use the unlimited feature on it. And you can get those for $50 a month plans from like AT&T and then just run off the cell phone, and the cell phone believes that all the data is coming through that cell phone. It's something that I personally do not do. It's a moral thing and it's a legal thing. So I follow the letter of the law, and but I'm giving you guys education, and if you want to do something, that's your decision. I believe it should be always your decision what you decide to do. But if you want to be legal, you want to obey the law, you want to do the right thing, I really recommend that you actually go with one of these companies that I've recommended. Don't get caught doing something illegal. Because there are large fines, criminal penalties, and it's not something that I promote at all. So, I hope I helped you today. I hope I gave you some very innovative advice, and I hope that you now see that there's more than one way to connect. I do not personally like satellite internet for rural customers because you never know when a rain cloud's going to come over and knock out your service. I had Wild Blue back in the day. Now it's a whole new name. I think it's Exceed. And I had issues with it. Plus, they have caps that are just nowhere close to enough that I need. So, this is your best route. If you live out in the country, you're in the middle of nowhere, you're in farm ground, or you're just far away enough from town that they will not run cable or DSL to you. And I really highly recommend that you look into these plans, go the legal route, and do the right thing. So I hope that helped. Thank you very much. You're watching Follow the Tech. Please subscribe down below. See our other YouTube videos. See what's coming up next. We will be working on a server here coming up. We have a workstation that we made into a server, back into a workstation for graphics processing. That's the next episode that's coming up on Follow the Tech. It's going to be a multi-purpose episode. I think I'm going to take you step by step by step. From the Windows installation all the way through to the launching of seeing Adobe ran on it, the Creative Suite 2020, I think it is, or 2021, whatever they're up to now. We're on the subscription plan, and that's how we edit our videos. And I'd truly recommend the Adobe products in their lineup. They're one of the most professional entire suite of tools that's out there. Some people can't afford it. I'll also show you alternatives to that too. And let's see if we can make some things happen in the new year. Have a great day. Goodbye.